Hey you guys, I just thought I would cover some homework questions on 9.4. So here it is. So I'm going to do number 9 and number 10. So let me take a look at that real fast. Make my screen smaller. There we go. Okay, so number 9 says a surveyor is standing 118 feet from the base of a Washington Monument. So here is the Washington Monument here. And a person is standing 118 feet away. Here's the person. Now it does say the angle of elevation from the ground to the top of the monument is 78 degrees. So angle of elevation means if I'm standing here and I look up, that degrees is 78. So me looking up here, this degrees is 78 degrees. And we want to find the height of the monument. That's our goal, is to find the height of the monument. So this is my H here. I want to find the height. Okay, so now first thing we want to do is we want to label our sides: opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. So that's what we're going to do here. So here, my opposite side is across from here. So my H is my opposite. Now here's my 90 degrees here. So that means across from my 90 degrees, this is height by hypotenuse, and that leaves this one to be my adjacent side. It always helps with these story problems to draw a picture. Always draw a picture that's going to help you out. Okay, so now we're going to set up tangent. Since this is on tangent, we're going to do tangent here. So I have tangent of my degrees is 78 equals opposite, which is H, over adjacent, which is 118. Remember that tangent always equals opposite over adjacent. And we have to have our angle here. If you don't have your angle, it's saying tangent of nothing. There is no angle. We have an angle. Okay, so now I'm going to set this up. I can put a 1 under my tangent of 78 like this. I can do that, and that means the same thing. I'm going to cross multiply now. Cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I have H times 1, which is H, equals tangent of 78 times 118. Tangent 78 times 118. Now, when you put this in your calculator, make sure you have parentheses around the 78. It should make you do that, but on your phone, I'm not sure. So make sure you do this. I'm going to hurry and put that in my calculator. Tangent 78 times 118. Okay, so if you look, this is what I put in my calculator. Tangent 78 times 118. You see how I have the parentheses around my 78? Or you put it in your calculator like this. 118 times tangent of 78. This means the same thing. There's a times there. Times. There you go. Okay, so when I put that in my calculator, I get 555. So I got H equals 555.1. Okay, let's see what it tells us to round up to. So big ideas here. Big ideas says round to the nearest foot. So my answer then is just going to be 555 feet, and you're good to go. Take a look at that for a minute. But that should be your answer. Check it, make sure it's right. How do I pause it? Yeah, I'm sorry. Pause. Okay, hopefully you can see this is number 10 on 9.4. So hopefully you can see my picture here, okay? Ooh, my hair's sticking up. Okay, hopefully you can see my picture. I kind of drew that green picture the best I could. Okay, it says, what is the distance between the ends of the class? So we want to find the distance when the photographer is looking just these 50 degrees. So I am wanting to find from here to here. That is my goal. We want to find that distance right here. Okay, now in order for us to do that, we need to find let's just look at one of these triangles. I want to take a look at this triangle here, just one of these. I don't want both of them, just this one. Okay, so we're wanting to find this x right here. That's what we want to find, is that x. So in order to find that, I got to use tangent, since we're using tangent again. Tangent of this triangle. Let's label our sides first. So if here's my angle I'm looking at, my opposite side of this angle is up here. So x equals, this is my opposite side. My hypotenuse, this is my hypotenuse. And then my 14 feet in the middle here, this is my adjacent side because it's next to the angle we're looking at. Adjacent side. So now I'm going to do tangent of 50 degrees, that's what it says in there, equals, now opposite over adjacent, x over 14. Put that over 1. Let me make this fraction a little better so it's more clear. Put my tangent of 50 over 1, and now I cross multiply. So I have x times 1, which is just x, equals tangent of 50 times 14. So 14 times tangent of 50. Okay, now I put that in my calculator, x equals 14 times tangent of 50. When you put it in your calculator, either in your phone, it should look something like that. It equals, I got 16.68. Now it says to round to the nearest tenth, so that's going to be 16.7. X equals 16.7. That's my answer for part A. Now part B says, the photographer turns another 10 degrees on either side to see the end of his camera range. Oh, sorry. Woo. Let me back up. This is not my answer. This is just one part. This is right here, 16.7. That's 1/2. I need the whole thing. The whole thing here is 16.7. Here's another 16.7. So I'm going to add these two together. 16.7 plus 16.7 equals, I should get 33.4. 33.4. That is your answer. So sorry about that, you guys. 33.4 is your answer for A. Now, looking at B, it says he turns another 10 degrees on either side. If each student needs 2 feet of space, about how many more students can fit in that at the end of each row? So here, if I have another student here, I'll make a student face, and I have another student here, to add more students on, they need at least 2 feet of space. That's what it's saying. To add another row of students, they need 2 feet of space. So we want to see how much this adds on. So again, I'm wanting to find my length up here. How wide does it go from here to here? So I'm going to draw a new picture that's a little bit more clear. Okay, I redo my picture just one last time to give you a good look there. This again is my answer for A. I will leave that up. Now, we're saying we want to find this whole length now going from here all the way to here. This whole thing, we want to find that length. So let's look at just one of these squares or one of these triangles. I'm going to look at this triangle here. Wish you guys could see my colors more often, better on this. So there's my triangle I'm looking at. And again, we're wanting to find x up here. We're wanting to find that length right there. So, but now my angle is this big angle here. I have 50 plus 10, so that makes this angle here 60. My angle is now 60. So I'm going to do tangent of 60 equals, opposite side didn't change. This is still my opposite because I'm still using the same, my angle is in the same place. So opposite, and then this is my adjacent side, that 14 feet is still my adjacent side. Okay, so now opposite here is x, my adjacent side is 14. I'm going to put this over 1. I'm going to cross multiply. So again, I have x times 1, which is x, equals tangent of 60 times 14. 14 times tangent 60 instead of 50. So now x equals, I'm going to put that in there, 14 times tangent 60. Okay, 14 times tangent of 60. This is what it looks like in my calculator. I hit equals. No, that's not equals. Switch that around. There you go. Okay, that now equals 24.2. 24.2. But again, this is only for half. This is only for this length right here. I only got half of my length here. So I got to add another 24.2 to get my total length. So when I do that, times 2, I get 48.5. So now my total length there is 48.5. How much bigger is this than my original length? Well, let's see. If I take my original length here and subtract 33.4 from it, that will give me how much bigger it is. So I get 15.1. That's how much bigger it is. How many 2 feet do I have in 15? Well, I have 7 2 feet. Sorry, let me back up. So here, this is the total extra length I have on each of this, but it's asking how many students can I fit on each side. So let's divide this by 2. 15.1 divided by 2 is 7.5. 7.5. So that means that this length here that got bigger is 7.5. And this length here that got bigger is 7.5. So now we need 2 feet to add an additional student. So on this side, how many groups of 2 feet do I have? Well, I have 3 because 2 times 3 is 6. So here, so my answer for all these little blanks, so this is B. B. So on B, it says about 3 more students, so about 3 more students can be added on to each side. The triangle formed by the 60 degree, so the triangle formed, it says formed, and then it's here is 60 degrees. That's another one of the answers. So the triangle formed by the 60-degree angle has an opposite length that is about, so how big is this opposite leg here? Well, 24.2. That is about, oh, no, sorry. It's saying just how much bigger this is. This is about, and then here's the next length, 7.5 feet bigger. Longer than the opposite leg of the triangle formed by the 50 degrees. So this one is another formed by the 50 degrees. Okay, now last one here. Because each student needs 2 feet of space, 3 more students can fit on the end, with about 1.5 feet left over. So right here it says of space, and it says space, comma, and then here goes another 3 more students, that's what we said, with about, and then it says about 1.5. About 1.5 feet left over. I hope that helps, with 9.4. These were the ones I noticed that were the hardest to figure out. So they've been answered, they're on here. Good luck.